I'm up in northern Arizona today. Summer is coming. I think it's going to be 110 degrees in Phoenix today. And so I'm up where it's a little cooler. I think it's maybe only going to be 95 here. It's a little less than 80 at 8 o'clock this morning when I'm started walking. I'm looking for petroglyphs. You can see a little green gash down there with some bushes. That's a riverbed, and people have been living along this river for, thousands of years. And there's a lot of petroglyphs along here. This stretch of the river, I don't know, for plus or minus 10 miles each way, I've only walked in one place. There were nice petroglyphs there. And I have a specific goal of one panel in particular, which my research tells me somewhere around here. And with a little luck, we find it. And we'll just see. I had noticed this band of rocks well above the river, but I noticed it on the satellite pictures and thought maybe I'd get lucky and find something here. We'll see. Nope, not seeing stuff along here, so maybe too far from the river or not favored for some other reason. We'll get closer to the river. Well, here's the river. It's got a bit of water in it. I'm not seeing any good rocks here to write on. So, for indirect reasons, I think I need to head up this way. Well, there are some rocks over there, and so that's where I'm headed. I got to get past this draw, which, well, you can see the cows know a way down, so maybe they know a way out the other side too. Well, that may be a way out, but cows are shorter than me, so I'll try a little further. You can see how deep this is. When the water runs to the river, it does a lot of erosion, of course. It's not pretty. Gonna have to do some bush crashing. Made it through. Looks like we're gonna get across here. Well, at least there's some brown rocks over there. I can't tell from here if there's anything on them, but we'll go over and have a look. There's a lot more stone over here. Well, there's another deep wash between me and these rocks. I got a pretty good look at them from here, and I'm not seeing anything that's very clear, although I may get out some binoculars and look closely. Either way, I'm going to have to go across this and get up on top of that hill. Oh, wait a minute. There's one at the top in the corner there. I can do a 2x zoom. Here's the extent of the zoom on my phone. 2x. I think you can see something right in the corner there. Some sort of zigzag, double zigzag pattern. So we're certainly going to go over and see that. It looks like I see some circles just below. 2 circles. Well, we're going to see some petroglyphs today. That's good. Well, we'll slide down this and go up over there. I scanned the rocks with my binoculars. It's only those 2 I pointed out before that I noticed, although the circles have a nice animal next to them. We'll go try to get some close-ups over there. Well, there's a circle I saw from the other side. And with binoculars, I actually saw a different circle, this little one, with a dot in, and there's an animal. I'll get a little closer. Most likely a deer or elk with antlers like that. Bighorns are a little more common, but that's not a bighorn. And here's a little closer view of this one. And I just noticed over here this very faint one. No color at all, just the texture, the depth of the pecking. And that's got to be a mountain lion, maybe a coyote. But a long-tailed thing like that is usually a mountain lion. Getting closer now. On the corner we can see we've got quite an impressive face. There's probably a fair number of petroglyphs along there. Although the tamarisk, all that grows down there makes it very difficult. So I'm not sure where we're going to go, but first we're going to go up and see this one. It's up there. At a shelf here, I do not want to sit my bottom out there. It's a little too far a drop. But we'll see if I can get a close-up of some of this stuff. Have a little reclining cocopelli over here. Well, I climbed up to the top to see that glyph, and I'm going to continue along the edge because it's much easier walking up here. Of course, you can miss a lot of stuff, but you're also going to miss it because it's so difficult walking down there with all the, what are they called, salt cedar, tamarisk that's down there. And we'll keep our eyes out for things on the black. Yeah, I'd say that's man-made. I don't know that I've ever seen one like that before. Well, somewhat to my surprise, I think I see the nice panel I was looking for today. A little bit lucky, it's probably, I don't know, less than a mile, but quite a ways from where I thought it would be. But we'll go down there and see it. It's on that dark face down there, roughly in the center of the picture. On the way down, there's a very tiny mark, but that's man-made. I tried to get down over here, it was a little too steep, so I crossed over here to get down and happened upon a petroglyph up there. It's a pretty nice one. I think that's a creature down below. I don't believe that's a corn plant or something, which is something you see stalks out the side. Looks like a fantastical idea of a lizard or I don't know. Hard to say. But human figure above, a lizard man. Maybe the one on the left too, although it seems to be missing a head. Yeah, there it is. So this is called a mother of game panel. There are a few similar ones around within, I don't know, 20, 30 miles. There's at least two that have almost that same female figure there, surrounded by animals. It's interpreted by scholars as being a sort of a fertility symbol, fertility for the animals, for the game. The thought is that the males are the hunters, females are more responsible for fertility. But I'll stick a couple other pictures in. I've been to at least 3 others that are called mother of game or have mother of game aspects. 2 of them look very similar to this large figure. One of them actually has a birthing scene, looks a little different. I would think it's classified differently, but I've seen people in the field give it the same name, mother game panel. And there's a few other petroglyphs all around. We'll need some interpretation. Maybe I'll do a little bit. Here on the side, you know, that's a funny one. It's got, you know, a hot dog shape with pattern, but it looks like two eyes at the top. So probably meant to be a human figure. Over here on this side, nice pattern. Got some lines with vertical hatching in a box. Not sure. Move over here to the main panel. There's mother game in a birthing position. She's got sort of a fearsome look on her face. Look at the teeth and the eyes. The mouth inverted. An ungulate, maybe a bighorn, with a hunter. That's the whole idea. Bring the animals so we got something to eat. There's a flute player up there. I'm not sure the guy on the top with the headdress looks like somebody important. A snake next to him. That's what I call a lizard or lizard man there in the middle. These dots may well represent tracks. We move along. You know, that's a sort of a thunderbird, a little thunderbird and another animal. Moving over this way. Well, that's another female figure, possibly birthing scene, with probably a guy next to her. I'm not sure what that one is. I'm not sure what any of them are. I'm just making guesses. Another animal. A guy with a staff, long legs. Up high, more animals and a human figure. This is the big one down here. You know, long tail like that, long body, often a mountain lion. Usually you'll see claws on the feet. This one does not. It's got balls on the feet. But I'd still guess that's a mountain lion. Quite a nice pattern and a nice panel. Here's a view from the side. A female and probably a male, although I don't know the X's, what they might mean. Not common. Maybe another female figure there. Little fellow there on the corner. Not very well made, but probably a deer. There's some ones that are wearing away. I don't know, at the bottom, that is quite a, I don't know, it almost looks like a bird with a long tail, but maybe not. I want to continue this way along the shelf, but that another one of these things has gotten in the way. There's a sort of a faded one off there, but I was walking toward this high dark panel and there's some nice petroglyphs on that. Geometric pattern, a snake, an animal, a couple guys. Not going to be easy to get a better picture because it's an overhanging face right at the top, but I'll see if I can do anything. Maybe you can see a little better now. There's a little, looks like a foot and a, I don't know what that thing to the right is. From the top now, I see some down there that I need to go down and see. Pretty nice ones. Well, the wind has come up a little bit, but here's a close-up of this nice lizard man we saw from up there. Go down and see those on the almost horizontal rock. So this guy at lower left, missing legs. I've been calling those ghosts. They're fairly common. I don't know what they really are. I don't know if that's part of a foot up above. This is a pretty nice pattern here. It's got an arrowhead on one end and looks like 4 little feet on the other, with some squiggly patterns in between. There's spiral or circles, maybe a foot in between or a hand in between, a couple circles. And again, I'm not quite sure what that would be. But it's nice to find that on top of a rock here by the river. Going to drive a few miles downstream of the river and move over and see if we can find some more petroglyphs. I got a couple areas marked that I've never been to. I have no idea. Whoa, here. That was an antelope. Usually I don't see those. Well, this part of the river seems to be a famous dumping area, or a favorite dumping area for the locals, I guess. That's too bad. No, doesn't seem to be anything here. I put binoculars across the way, didn't see anything. Saw a cow in the bushes. I didn't even see any black rock on this side. To another place I can get to. I guess by accessible it means people can get here. See, there's a car dumped down there. Not seeing anything here either from this vantage point. Well, I've gone away from the river. I finished fairly early today with what I was doing, and it occurred to me I could go to a place that a new friend of mine had just told me about. This is an area I'm very familiar with, well, the general area, but he told me there were some petroglyphs around this spot. He actually sent me a waypoint, but I don't have it with me, and I don't like to use them anyway. So I'm going to look around the rocks here, see if I can find the petroglyphs. These rocks are not very good for petroglyphs, so we'll have to find some that are. Maybe I should say something about what I mean by bad rock for petroglyphs. If you look at this stuff, it's all crumbly. It's not smooth. If you tried to write something in that, it wouldn't work. You want some smooth surface. Wow, that's a big chunk of petrified wood. Very nice specimen. You can see the ancient bark still intact. Yeah, this rock is looking better. It's different. It could take some writing. We just got to find it now. Okay, there's more on this rock. They're a little bit busy. They're not very bright, but let's get close and see what we can come up with. Okay, I'm sitting down to be comfortable. And I'm not quite sure what's going on there, but there's a lizard man. There's circles and a spiral down there. There's a flute player standing up. A little bit unusual one. That's a small animal there, but probably a bighorn. Bunch of stuff here. It's not nearly as bright as many of the petroglyphs in this area, but area within a few miles of here. But obviously some petroglyphs down here. And on the rock behind, I can also see some relatively faint glyphs too. That's well, there's a guy. You can see his shoulders and legs. He's got some patterning in his body. And I don't know, it looks like another 2 legs coming down below. Oh, it looks like there's something over there. Good. Nothing on these, but oh, look at this one. Here's a decent panel. This one's not bad. Still a little faint. Just a circle with a line through it. Can't tell what else that meets up with. And that's probably a person with a 2-circle body. But at least this is a nice panel. You can see how it's dark, it's smooth. This area here, what's happened is they've pecked off the dark surface, leaving the light surface behind. That's what carries the image. Well, that may be it